Call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand on the trigger. The devil in a red dress. Call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand, bang, got my hand. Call devil in a red dress. Call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand on the trigger. The devil in a red dress. devil in a red dress. Call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand on the trigger. The devil in a red dress. Call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand, bang, got my hand.
Hello everybody, welcome in. We've got a fantastic day for you today. We've got a plethora of games, 5 maps, Miramar, Erangel coming at you. We'll get into that in a second. Below me, you can see the teams that we've come to know and love. We've got a couple newcomers, including WAG MG, aka Main Gaming, as well as New Era, Most Valuable Players, Most Scuffed Types, and many more coming at you. We've got our first map. It was supposed to be Miramar. So this is the graphics gonna be wrong, but let us bring you to the map. Nope. There we go. So, like I said, we were gonna have Miramar, but now we have Erangel. These to my that way will be the drops for everybody. We've got plenty of action coming at you. Map 1 supposed to be Miramar, is Erangel. Maybe we are backing out, I don't know. Let's see. Restarting? I don't know. Are we restarting? Lobby is restarting. All right. So while we are waiting for the lobby restart, we will go back to the drops for Miramar. There you go. We've got plenty of action coming at you. Sorry for this misstep. Let's get this sorted real quick. Okay, so plenty of maps, plenty of drops coming at you. As you can see, we have quite the drop areas for a lot of these teams. A lot of good action going to be coming at you. Since we're going to be waiting, let's head back to the caster's corner, talk about these teams real quick. So we have potentially dangerous. We've seen them with the BGE League and the last SSL League. They, top 5 finishes, fully automatic, top 5 finish. Same thing with the Dub Hub, and formerly known as Everybody Killers, and I actually can't remember what the last team was before that they had, but now making up Main Gaming. We have Quavoff, Mode. I want to say T-Boot, and there's one other. I believe it's Little Kid in a Hat. But we want to welcome them into the broadcast, into the tournament. Big congrats to Stento for putting together a fantastic team. As we start to wait for more teams to come in, we're gonna hit a be right back and pick this up once things get going again.
Devil in a red dress. Call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand on the trigger. The devil in a red dress. Call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand, call Blade.
Alrighty, we are back. We have an Erangel drop today, so it's ignore this. It's supposed to be Erangel, Miramar, Erangel, Miramar. Let me see if I can change that real quick. Actually, I won't be able to, but let's jump into this real quick and get a nice little cast from the pilot.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Super Sunday, or Super Slayer League 4. We've got a nice flight path coming at you. As you see, the teams have already started flying to their designated locations. At the time, the captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign, so please enjoy yourself as we keep this going, and we hope you enjoy yourselves here at Super Sunday, Super Slayer League 4 Airlines. This is BG Captain out.
Alrighty, so let's get this started. As we can see right here, we have a nice west or east side flight path coming at you. We've got a bunch of teams already within shooting distance of each other. 3 teams in Novo, LMG, Platinum 7, and fully automatic. Within the close proximity of each other, we shouldn't see many kills in the first circle. These drops are protected, as you can see. However, going for cars is technically, I believe it's uncontestable. It's contestable, so you could see some shots while teams are rotating. We can see we can see a nice little Dacia and UAZ, and there's probably at least one more in the garage. Yeah, there's another Dacia right there. And then, of course, as we get towards the bridge, there will be more cars. But for now, we'll stick here just in case. I'm not really. Oh, we've got some shooting over this way. So let us kind of come in here. We can see that Jay not in the best spot, as he's about to have some people come over top of him. So we'll get DP's view at the moment. While I bring up, they don't even see Jay running because they're not even moving. Haktua with a little bit of health drained at the moment. We'll definitely we're gonna check Jay. As the grenade comes in from New Era player Gifts, Jay needs to look to his right real quick, and he'll see some people coming across, but he doesn't. Instead, Dangerous Potential getting the second knock of the game. Haktua going to be the first kill of the game. So both teams going to be down one player. Moving forward, we don't have any other action at the moment, so we're just gonna stick here, see what's gonna come about as Jay gets thirsted. But we got our first crash of the game, so we'll be right back.
Seek the light in darkness.
Amount of action at the moment. It looks like our RMV results may vary. He's going to be able to get away. Let's check in with okay, so these teams have gotten away with just 2. Let's see what at the store as he's going to be straight out of the car. Potentially Dangerous getting a nice early point, but results may vary. Losing one very early on, not great. But, results always vary with them. So we'll be able to keep track of that. And as the game goes on, we'll see how much that's going to affect them. We can see 2 emergency pickups coming in. We can see that LMG has rotated across the bridge. Lots of close proximity as we start to come in a little bit towards the zone. We'll stick with this view at the moment as we can see the rest of these rotations. It doesn't seem like there's much fighting at the moment, but the moment it does start happening, you can best bet your bottom dollar that we are going to bring it. We do have some shots from Linkadox towards Team 14, which today is Crazy Mob, new team to the SSL scene as far as I'm aware. Again, we've got some new ones. We've got Crazy Mob, most scuff types, most valuable players, WAG, New Era, and Main Gaming, the newcomers. So it's good to see them coming in, really helping to expand the league that we have going. So it'll be interesting to see how the newcomers all place. We're gonna just, like I said, stick around to this. Check out what's going over between Happy Endings and Most Valuable Players, as Havs seems to have two of the MVP players in his sight. So first, transfer over to the second, but not get Ranger down. But his teammate Bletch is going to be able to knock the second, and now the other two most valuable players are on alert, as Neck and Ivy Knox are going to be coming in. You can see he's going for an immediate pickup. Decorino, unfortunately, not able to escape one of the new Main Gaming players, T-Boats. Now Neck moving up towards Havs. He might have him in his sight if he looks up. He's getting some information from his teammate, but it's not going to really do much, as now, well, Happy Endings was in a superior spot here, but now they seem to be in quite a bit of a pickle here, as two of their players goes down. Kido is able to knock one and get another finish. Laying it down. Mold falls victim to that spray, as the smokes are going to start coming in. Happy Endings in a very, very bad spot here. T-Boat's trying to hold them off. As you can see, Havs moving up in the smoke. He just needs to look around, but now Kidzos is down as well and getting shot from behind from all angles. The smokes need to come out. Let's see, where did Havs go? Havs is just kind of flanking around to the right side. He knows that they're in the smoke somewhere. If he just starts shooting, he could get the knock. Instead, he's going to get a knock on G. And there is the other member of Main Gaming. They're both going to trade, and now it's up to Bletch to get some smokes out. He's the last remaining member of his team, but he has to hurry as MVP starts making their way up into the death zone, as we can call it. In fact, there it is, as MVP down two players heading into this fight with while being ambushed by Happy Endings, but coming out on top, as Main Gaming, not the start that they wanted to. A great effort as they came over to try and third party this, but it was ruined by Havs and Bletch, as they came back and started to force the misplay by Main Gaming, and as a result, both Happy Endings and Main Gaming out early on, and MVP surviving their first fight. But now let's start looking at this yet again. We have I'm not sure what team this is just yet, due to, I believe, them being, it's their first time in here. Actually, we can just look. So Team 15, most scuff types, making an interesting very, very far rotation, as WAG is going to be closest to this first care package that fell, and now New Era going to potentially find some fun with the care package dropping next to them. For those that don't know, this is a comp game, so there won't be any of those new floating care packages that we're also used to in regulars. So these teams will be getting their natural care packages via the plane drops. and that is going to be the only way that they can get some crate guns, as LMG is starting to get shot at by members of Invictus, but they seem to just be far enough away. That's just going to be some armor shots. We can see the final rotations as the second zone starts coming in. We can see the fully automatic team making their way downtown all the way in to zone, and as well as Kinetic 7. Let's see what Karm has in store for Top here. He has a couple of shots, but he misses ultimately. But he sees that Kiza is on just stopping to the left of them. Good information from the rest of his team, as Antopop has some trouble clearing their area. But let's get a nice little perspective from Kiza. Nope, we won't, because he's healing up. Antopop stopping to provide some extra cover for his teammate. Eventually they will roll out. In the meantime, as we see the rest of these rotations, we can see fully automatic flying in towards the top of the map. As a great partner once told me, his name Ultimate Italian, you may know him, I know him, great guy. He is that a lot of the teams like to stay in the bottom left as everything starts to come in. But now the generals have some words for most scuff types, as they are starting to show some problems here, as 3 of the 4 members are down. Snipe is going to be able to get 2 thirsts on their team, and now Quick needs to run away. But what a great grenade by Quick here to secure at least 1 point for his team. He needs to start running in so that they can start securing better placement, as no points outside of top 10. But there you have it, folks. A almost early exit for the most scuff types, as Quick needs to continue getting away with the threat of the generals right behind him. As we can see, the new zone has popped for all the teams. We can start to see all of the rotations coming in. We can see that Ghost Hunt is up here. I believe he's searching for a vehicle for his team. Yeah, there it is. He's going to provide that vehicle for his team to make the rotations. Now, for those that don't know, a lot of comp play features these cars. It's a very important feature to have, or at least a very important tool to use in these comp games, as it provides you with extra cover. You can really wedge that vehicle into a tree or a rock, provide an extra shooting angle. Even if it does explode, you now just have the permanent fixture here. So we'll see the Skill Over Luck boys take shots at Kiza, as well as potentially the fully automatic teams, as Mark gets a nice little he gets just enough of Kiza to allow Zinc and Recoil to beam him out of the car. In fact, his car has exploded. It's nowhere near him anymore, and an early exit for Kiza. I know he's going to be a little annoyed by that, but when you think about it, there's not really much you could do other than make an earlier rotation. We can now see the rest of his squad making very far rotations as they come in. They have to be careful because WAG does have this nice little split compound here. And now we head into where LMG is not having the best of time. They overexposed themselves while shooting towards the Invictus squad. So now the smokes will be out. They are getting shot by Snipus. Snipus is just hounding people. He gets a 3rd knock. Karm, the work set out for him, but it looks like Snipus is now focused on the Invictus boys. Augustus, ooh, recoil, no recoil. That is the second kill for him on the K7 squad. As we can see the rest of them coming in, we'll head over to this as we can see Gav hitting an early first aid so he can rotate the grenades coming in towards the fully automatic team. Korea, Anto, Pop trying to get it done. Let's see what Gav has as he knocks one member of K7. A little revenge for Kizza. Be careful as Goo is coming at him. A nice stun over top. It's not going to actually do anything, and there is our second crash of the game, ladies and gentlemen. So we will be right back.
Saber Blade. Seek the light in darkness.
All right, we are back. We have seen that fully automatic has dismantled K7 down to just a couple of people. He's going to see them. He's going to chuck a grenade, and this is bad spacing for fully automatic here. That grenade is going to take out 3 of them at once with the help of Drop. He's going to, Gav's heroic effort to get his team some points back is going to, he's going to get that nice wipe on K7. He has a vehicle too to get into zone, but I think no, zone's gonna stop just in time. Meanwhile, the generals also being eliminated at this time as Team 14, aka Crazy Mob, losing 2 members as well. They need to be careful as they are just to the right of Gav. But now we've got MVP Enox, IV Nox, looking towards Sophisticals. Paulo Sam deciding to get into the fray as well. Good to see him still in. Results may vary. Down 1 member, but they are as skill over luck, they are over here actually. They were able to secure the last 2 members of the Crazy Mob, and now they turn their attention to Stunzadox, who is knocked, and they will secure the kill, the KP. Now, one of the things to remember here, folks, is that 8 points per game will go very well. That's all you need. I know that sounds like a lot, but when you really think about it, it's not so much, but it is going to be the difference between a first place finish and a finish that you're not really too happy with. Because if you get 8 kills, which is 8 points, plus even a 5th place finish, you're looking at about 13 points right there, which is a great day. As it's not so much a great day for Swansky right now, as he goes down to the zone and no one will be able to pick him up. But Gav somehow escaping getting blown up, but now everyone has all eyes on him as Paulo Sam eliminating MVP here. Skill over luck with 9 kills now. Paulo Sam really doing the heavy lifting for his team. But Mark, not to be outdone, does have 3 as well. Now, as we look at this final circle, we can see where all the teams are. There's not much cover, folks, as we head into this RNV spot here. They've got teams on the right, they've got teams on the left. They all need to get in this car and they all need to go. However, skill over luck providing them some extra reprieve from the right side as they take out the last member of Dangerous Potential. So it'll be skill over luck will be the team to watch at the moment. Same thing with how K7 is going to finish. You remember they had that 4-piece, so 4-piece plus at least a 6th place finish. Paulo Sam and skill over luck just decimating this lobby at the moment as they knocked Ben M's. They'll start to make their way in. So we'll start looking at WAG at the moment as the rotation starts to come in, as they get a couple great shots on Gav, but it's Invictus that's going to steal that kill. We'll head back over to where New Era has their sights on. Results may vary as the grenade and the molly is going to be the end for Pures. So 3 members for RMV still up. However, they do have 1 knocked, as you can see. They do have a vehicle that they can get out of here, but it's going to be a difficult situation for Molly as the end of his game is near, as we just saw. And now Koyo needs to make a move to get in the zone. He's getting shot left and right. In comes New Era going. Oh, they're not going to be able to get that final kill as skill over luck takes yet another kill. That should put them up to 11. It does, folks. So now they're sitting pretty. They're set to be first place after this game, which obviously we will update. WAG with 0 kills at this point, but sitting in the best spot here, as they have the most cover out of everyone. But you can see Invictus has a nice little dip there. So let us get an overview real quick. We can see where everybody is. We can see skill over luck just dismantling. There's 1 member left on New Era who is, you know, just fighting for his life right now. Benormous, he's not going to be able to make a play for his teammate as zones coming in. Phase 6, that would chunk like crazy. Reminder that these zones are not like your regular zones. If you play ranked, you know about these zones, but if you don't play ranked, ooh. And there it is for Paulo Sam with kill number 13 for skill over luck. We are down to our final 3 teams. It is a 4v4v4, ladies and gentlemen, but WAG looking to make this not so much to be a 4v4v4, but looking to thin the herd a little bit. But it looks like XMPL is going to be able to get revived here, so the smokes are going to have to come out. Now this next zone with a couple seconds left, let's see, 6 seconds coming in. Let's see where this next zone is going to pit everyone. Ooh, as Evolution's his head just out. Not a good, not good for skill over luck here, as they are the odd man out. But they could have a chance to move in. They have all this area that is right over here, as we will see. We'll get their perspective real quick. But you can see that they've got a couple rocks to be able to run into as well. Some tree coverage, but let's take a look to see how many smokes they have. There's 2, 5, 8, 12 smokes between all 4 members of their team. That should allow them to get into zone untouched. But again, we are not talking about our regulars here. We're talking about the best of the best with the shooting capabilities of of competent people. So we will start to see the rotation in by skill over luck here, and it's going to be interesting to see where they're going to be. XML as he was shot out of the car. And the rest of Skill Overluck not faring any better as Paulo Sam's the last lap of the league. The gates are starting to come in from Invictus here as they are set to really just take over this final circle here, this final zone, as we can see the last member of WAG still alive. He's doing everything he can, throwing smokes down left and right. Let's get his perspective as he is just grabbing more smokes. He's going to drop as many as he can. He's got one member still down. It's not going to help him. He's going to run inside. He's got of Invictus looking right at him, and winner chicken dinner for Invictus. Team 11 coming away with the dub. It's Skill Overluck made a move that really allowed Invictus to capitalize. Now let's see the match results. We can see Invictus with 10 kills and a first place finish. That's going to put them in first place with 20 points, but not to be outdone as Paulo Sam and Skill Overluck with 13 kills. That's going to put them in second place, as I believe that's going to actually might put them in first place, or at least tied for first place. They'll be hovering around the 20 mark. We'll get an update when the Twire updates. But WAG with 2 kills and a second place finish. Not the best, but you know, it'll put them in the top 5 situation. Team 16 MVP with a nice 8-piece. That's going to allow them to stay in top 5 as well, and then the rest of the teams will play out shortly for what they need to do. But we will be right back, ladies and gentlemen, with the next game.
Devil in a red dress, call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang bang, got my hand on the trigger. The devil in a red dress, call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang bang, got my hand, call 911.
Alrighty, folks, we are back, and we're joined by Virgo. She is in the booth. We don't have a special slot for her this time. She is a special guest star appearing. So welcome in, Virgo. How are you today?
Hello. I'm good. I'm doing good. Just watching. Need to get in on the action.
Fantastic. Allow me to share my screen so that you can, see what we're doing. It should be up now for you. Yep, there it is. What are your, what are your thoughts on that first game? As we can see the leaderboard down below, Invictus in first place with 20 points, Skill Over Luck with 18. Every other team hasn't broken that double-digit points yet, but it's only game one. And we have another Erangel in front of us. What are your thoughts about what we can expect here?
Well, first of all, I'm glad we're doing 3 Erangels in a row. I think the second and third Erangel here, we'll see these teams kind of get into the flow of things. I think the leaderboard is, honestly, you see some teams at the bottom that you wouldn't expect. But like you said, it was only one game, so I think there was a lot of kills on rotations that last game.
Yeah.
Kind of surprised me.
Yeah.
Most of these guys know how to rotate.
Yeah, we
but
saw.
A lot of people died on rotation.
Notable deaths on rotations was Kinetic 7, as we saw Kizza immediately get dropped out.
Ripped out, yeah.
As well as Antopap, I believe it was, who he got ripped out as well. And then we saw the Skill Over Luck final push rotation take everyone out as well. So teams will need to be a little bit more mindful with these rotations coming in. But I think we've got a lot to expect for game 2, don't you?
I do. And I think a lot of people are probably talking about that. They'll look at the 2Ds as soon as the 2Ds are available, and hopefully we will see a lot more people alive at the end phases here the next game.
Yeah, I'm very excited for it. In fact, let us go to our captain as we get ready for game 2 in Erangel.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to flight number 2 of the Super Slayer League 4. We've got Captain Virgo with us, joining us in the booth today as we are flying over Erangel. We have a wonderful... What is happening? I can hear someone else. Uh-oh.
Raymond.
I will get this shortly, but as we see the flight path coming in, we've got a nice west-east flight path coming. It's a clear day in Erangel, and we hope everyone has a great flight as we come in. But until then, please stay seated until further notice. Thanks.
Chat partagé, ça fonctionne. Every go.
I need suspect to mute himself. I guess I can just turn that down. Alrighty. So, Virgo, you still with me?
I am here, yes. I was just trying to adjust my screen because I'm having a hard time seeing where everybody's at.
Well, allow me to zoom in just a little bit. So we've got our first elimination as LMG. It looks like they landed with MVP and Platinum 7 yet again in the Novo area. So they not the start that they needed. They will remain at the bottom of the leaderboard, so they're going to need a strong game 3 and 4 and 5, as we still have 3 games left after this. But we can see we have some teams at Shelter. We're gonna get a nice little underground view. This is one of my favorite things. Is now we can. It's kind of like an anthill that that they cast with metal so that they can see. Oh no, that's not who I wanted. That was who I wanted. I don't know why it brought me all the way over, but it did. But Benormous getting a nice little early end to his second game. As we can see, the rest of New Era kind of debating whether or not to go in. They're kind of just holding.
Shelter's a tough place to fight.
It is.
If you don't know it really well.
Rat Central. And for those that don't realize it, this is why it's so difficult. As you can see, there's plenty of openings, and there's plenty of downward spots that you go to that just
corners and peaks.
It's like a giant hamster maze. We'll get New Era J and get perspective here as they get one back from Spatials, as his game's going to end, and now it's a 3v3 in these rat tunnels. And I wish I could show you where all of these really go, but they all just they're all so close, but they're also so far away from each other. So it's
footsteps are tough too when people are on top of you. If you're playing Shelter endgame, it's hard to tell if they're inside with you or above you.
Oh yeah, it's just
kind of plays like Cave on Miramar.
It's an absolute nightmare. I'm actually not a cave fighter. I don't think I've ever actually fought in the cave, so I'm gonna have to take your word for it that it's just as disgusting as Shelter here. As we can see, the other 2 DP members, the Dangerous Potential members, around the outside, as New Era Gifts has quite the gift for them in form of Rocket. So don't think we'll see that rocket explosion anytime soon. As we can see Dangerous Potential starting to move away. We can also start to see the rest of these rotations as these teams start coming in. But as they start coming in, if anything starts happening, we will show it to you. In fact, here's one right here.
Love seeing crazy mob back.
Yeah, I believe this is the first time that I have casted an event with them in it. They do seem familiar, but I just don't know that much about them. Maybe you can provide some insight on them. What do you like about them? What are their favorite foods, social security number, all that good stuff.
So they used to play a lot. They used to land farm, right next to DH, and then unfortunately problems. Their IGL passed away last year.
Oh no.
And so they hadn't been playing, and Schmillen just brought them back maybe even 2 weeks ago. So under problems, they were a crazy aggressive team, super fun team to watch, super hard team to fight. It'll be interesting to see how they do with Schmillen IGL. Schmillen's also a great IGL. So
yeah, that's a name that I haven't heard in many years. To quote Rose, it's been 84 years since I last heard of Schmillen. But good to see him back in the fray as we switch over to where potentially Dangerous and Dubhub are in quite the fight at the moment. Good to see K-Dub back in the fray as well, as all 4 members seem to be able to escape their current situation. Both teams just kind of trading paint at the moment, as Dubhub, ventures off and migrates to their next spot, which seems to be just down the road from everyone else.
Yeah, they love those. I think that's the garage down there.
Indeed, it is. Meanwhile, Happy Ending is just playing Duck Hunt right now with Lag. doesn't seem like much is going to happen. However, Hardy needs to be a little bit careful as he got all eyes on him, but he's gonna escape to safety. Yeah, he's we'll see what I want to. It's Bletch, right? Bletch or Black.
I think it's Black.
Black. He's got that Blecky on him. He's getting a nice rotation flank on Hardy, but it's gonna be Decorino with that mini fort team, which I don't know about you, but I see all these guys trying to use, or not trying to use it, but using it, and then it's like, I guess it's my toxic trait is thinking that I can, replicate these results in game, and then I miss every single shot. So skill issue, yes, but I got to get my toxic traits under control.
Yeah, the ego is one thing that's hard to control in FPP. You can't hold that peak too long.
No, definitely not. And Black needs to be a little bit careful as Invictus, they hear the shots down below in the southern tip of Milta. They know that there's people out there, and they probably know that Happy Endings is at small Milta. So now I don't think we'll see any major fighting at the moment between these two squads, especially with Zone coming in as well. So we'll kind of monitor that as it keeps going, as we can see Skill Reluct making a nice little rotation, coming unscathed, but they do have some members of their fully automatic guns towards them, as Paulo Sam, a breath of being knocked, but it doesn't seem like anyone's gonna be able to get it.
That's tough. Rotation kills are important.
Yeah, Paulo Sam.
Big game.
Paulo Sam really able to just eke out his life here. We do have some long shots from the WAG team towards the Skill Over Luck boys, but they seem to be able to continue their rotations. However, they seem to be rotating straight into Results May Vary. So it'll be an interesting one to follow. But we're gonna move to Newcomers Main Gaming as they take out one member of MVP as they are in the gas station getting a couple snacks for this game. Wonder if it'll help. Probably not, but you can't play hungry.
Maine has a good spot there on that ridge too.
Yeah, I hate this ridge.
They have a whole, that's a long ridge they get to play.
This whole ridge, if you are not on that ridge, you are hating that ridge.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, as we look at the map right here, Invictus seems to have P7 just
held out.
Yeah, held out. Not there. It is. That's what we were looking for. So Skill Over Luck and Results May Vary just seem to be trading teammates here, but yeah, Results May Vary still has 3, unless there's no Ben M's bit the dust early on, so we could see more deaths per side here, but it looks like teams are just going
to let a fighter get in.
Yeah, they're just gonna continue to rotate. But speaking of rotations here, Chalupa getting not the push that Happy Ending was looking for as Wag Chalupa. Oh, there goes the crash. But we were talking about Wag Chalupa getting a knock on one of the members of Happy Endings getting a knock with the Blue Zone grenade. But we'll have to come back and check out what's happening. right, back into the fray. Back into the fray. We can see that all that remains from that WAG and Happy Endings fight is 3 members of Happy Endings still alive. Decorino getting picked up as well, so that'll be a big pickup for them as they not only eliminate WAG there, but they are still 3 strong as we head into the second phase. So I can guarantee you that G has seen this and now wants a little part of it. But is it on the bridge or is it
under? Oh, it's up.
That's gonna.
Oh, it's gonna go in the water. Maybe.
I know we shouldn't be following this at the moment, but you know, now that G, G, there he is. There he is. This is why he's one of my favorite players. He's a man after my own heart, always getting care packages. In fact, let's get a quick steal of what he has. He's gonna get a nice little FAMAS. Replace that that AUG he has. As we see Mold taking shots towards Team 15. The most scuff types, another new team that's coming in. They also have to be careful as MVP has a lock on them as well. Now, as we get the big map, we can see the rotation by potentially Dangerous as they make their way in towards the area south of Farm. The absolute automatic. The absolute automatic here from Boatman, which not automatic.
He's got that cadence down.
He just really knows how to hit those hair triggers just right to make it seem like it's automatic. But of course, you know, he's part of Dub Hub, not fully automatic, so the accusations can't go further. But we see T-Serum just limping into the spot with the rest of his teammates. They are down to 3. Let's check in with the map to see more rotations coming in as Kidzos of Main Gaming getting involved, knocking Ivy Knox of MVP. So this will be an interesting situation as Skill Over Luck's going to have to come in over here. It looks like they're going to stop and just make their way on foot, but Kinetic 7 also coming in. It doesn't look like anyone from MVP is going to be able to get their downed player. There's the smoke trail. No one's going to be able to get through that, and Nox going to be able to get picked up. Kidzos still going to be searching for his first point of the game. Oh, Sirius rather. But now, G in a little bit of trouble here as he is getting pulled up on by most scuff types here as they'll start running the bridge quick. Not going to be able to be picked up as this zone is going to kill him before he has a chance to get picked up. And there you see it.
That ridge, man.
Yeah, that ridge is definitely beneficial here as we see G gonna have to start getting re-healed here. Mold is gonna have a fantastic 1-2 combo of the grenade and the M4. Gonna knock out 2 members of most scuff types, and that's gonna leave them with 1 left coming down the left side, which G is gonna have an angle on unless he doesn't realize that he's crossing over at the moment. He pops a smoke for Mold as Skill Over Luck taking shots from that ridge, going to be able to well, now they're in a fight with K7 here, so they're all over the place. They're trying to replicate their first game of pure dominance, but at the moment not gonna be able to get a finish on Mold, and they have to worry about T-Boat on the far side. Can LK Krakow do anything, or is he going to be tough? Yeah, I just don't see it. Does he have enough He's 9
He has
first
two
aids.
teams looking at him.
He has 9 first aids though, so he will be just fine.
He just needs enough for them two to engage. I don't
Yeah.
think they will though. They each have the side of the street.
Yeah, and it looks like skill over luck going to be able to going to be missing out on 2 free points in G and mode. Let's see, no, they're both along the ridge, so they're not even actually going to be seen. Now we can see the rotations by skill over luck towards the rest of their teammates while MVP is starting to shoot them. They'll get safety real quick, but again, we see K7 failing to rotate properly as Antopap holds on to dear life as he just gets mobile red zoned by Happy Endings and the rest of his teammates.
Too tough for K7.
Yeah, just not the start that they wanted, as no recoil being the last alive for fully automatic. Not going to be able to do much damage on 3 members of Happy Endings. As we can see, the last member for most scuff types also falling victim to main gaming. Skill over luck. Able to get in, but
P7's out.
yeah, P7 dying. Skill over luck. Generals have him in the sight as Paulo Sam, and let's see what's XM is just going to die to zone, so that way no one can get his point. Snipus going down to a member of MVP, but as we can see, folks, basically the final zone is going to be in this area just outside of Milta. DubHub is going to be looking to hold out both MVP and the Generals. We can see Invictus making their way inside of Milta towards that supermarket. And then you've got potentially dangerous. Ooh, G gets beamed by the nice little
Russell.
yeah, he's just never one shot for me. I 3-shot someone the other day, and I haven't picked up that gun ever since. So glad it's working
I'm a
for
mini
others.
player, so I know how that feels.
Yeah, 10 shots with the mini in order to get 5 health. It's crazy how it happens. As Happy Endings gonna finish off no recoil and fully automatics here, they will get an 11th place finish. But so now every other team that falls victim here will be in the money. So we got mortars.
I was just gonna say, did I
We
see a
got
mortar?
We got mortars.
That's not a bad mortar.
They're very
It's
close.
not a bad.
However, it's only 2 shots. So main gaming will be safe for the moment.
DubHub's surrounded.
DubHub is surrounded, but they're also holding off the Generals and MVP at the same time. So it's going to be a tough situation for them as they are trying to hold 2 teams out at the moment while also being shot from the back. You can just only pray that they have enough smokes to sustain this gatekeep here, but also allow them to make some pushes in the next phases as they make their rotations.
Yeah, the next 60 seconds, a lot of teams are gonna have. There's nobody on the north side of zone.
There never is. I'm serious. There never is. They're always bottom left, but now they're look. HE can get in for free.
Yeah, they probably just don't know.
Let's see the shots from Snipus. Not gonna be true here with his 4x barrel. He's got MVP Coronado down the ground. The Spartan is gonna be able to get that second shot, and then he'll be able to clean up the rest of MVP IV Knox. But now the grenades and the other utility. Yeah, just it's coming in, and the zone's pushing out their back. They were smart. They would rotate downwards, but P-Faby going for the direct push.
That's the ego, man.
Yeah, it's gonna cost him. And now Snipus is gonna have to get his teammate up and pray that no one pushes out. Meanwhile, Main Gaming in it with Invictus over here, who is also in it with Crazy Mob. As their teammates are coming in, we can see Happy Endings just really getting those back. And as we saw, we couldn't get the very end, but now DubHub able to complete that holdout on both those teams.
3 up, not bad. They only lost space.
Yeah, who needs space?
He's always knocked.
Yeah, it sounds like me.
Big old head.
Sounds just like me. I feel your pain, Space. I feel your pain. As Fingers has it out for him at the moment, as he needs to get a quick res for a nice rotation. Main Gaming. This is what we're used to. We're not used to the name, but we're used to this style of play here, as, you know, going deep in the game, getting a bunch of kills, being able to make those pushes on the teams, as now G is going to have...
playing edge.
Yeah, they're going to be able to have...
cleaning up.
They're going to have some roof coverage if they so choose to run along. They will have to fight Crazy Mob. Oh. Tactical's coming up large for his team, saving them's life, as DubHub made the push to go across the road. And now New Era knows that there's some fighting down there, but none of their grenades are going to matter, as they won't go far enough. Just not enough. And now potentially Dangerous going to have to make their way in, especially with a push coming. Is that grenade going to be enough? No, it won't. We'll kind of keep an eye on that situation, but Kidzo's down, as Schmill gets what I think to be his first knock of the game, if not maybe his first kill, maybe not first knock. But you can see that Main Gaming not exactly making a move to pick him up just yet. Not sure that they might be out-angled here. Maybe they know that Happy Endings is from them at the top of the hill, but now potentially Dangerous. Ooh, potentially Dangerous looking to make that push. Don't know why it brought me all the way over here. As Crazy Mob in a bad situation here, all going wrong for them, but Bliv able to, you know, stay alive for the moment, but he has 3 members of Main Gaming in front of him.
Yeah, that's a tough fight.
And just what we're used to. We're just used to the G mode, just going in and taking over an area. So we're now down to our final 4 teams. We can see that one member of Results May Vary is in the zone, but everyone else is out at the moment. We can see that there's a plethora of trees providing slim coverage here. I hope everyone has been working on their summer diets, as these trees are not the thick boys that we're used to, but that is also just Erangel. So we can see these teams need to go just a little bit as Happy Endings gets a tiny bit into zone. We'll pop that little map out, as we don't need it anymore. But this is it, folks. These are your final 4, and we'll see them kind of converge together. New Era making a great second game for themselves. Main Gaming coming back from that poor finish of game 1, making a name for themselves, letting everybody know, you know, new team, same results. So Kidzo's got to be careful here, as he's got to play skinny, but he's got to watch his angles, as we saw the shot come in from Jay, as it also thirsts him as well. Main Gaming's got to get the smokes out, and they've got to get to an area. You can see that Lynx on Gifts just waiting to go. He does have Moselli, Results May Vary player, in his sights, so not necessarily looking at Main Gaming here, but Pures does have that angle. Maybe he'll see T-Boat, maybe he won't. We'll see how this next 35 seconds plays out. Ooh. Jay goes down. Where's the single shot rifles? just
Oh,
spraying
no.
with the ump. It's every rat's dream to be able to spray like that, but it's not to be, as they get sandwiched basically by RMV and Main Gaming. They will get the point for Koyo as he goes down to zone, but Main Gaming set up for a strong finish. Most players still alive, and the only thing that's not to their advantage, as we've learned from Star Wars, is they do not have the high ground.
Yeah.
Fingers got to be careful, as just over that ridge. See, this was another thing. Ultimate Italian and I were talking about this. That was a waste of a grenade. So
Yeah. You need util endgame.
Yeah.
Circle gets smaller.
util provides that little bit of randomness to these final circles, that unpredictability that can really turn the tide of this final fight. It's as useful as getting a headshot on the other team while you're trying to make that push. So it's important to save it, as we see G anchoring far away, able to knock one member of. Results may vary. It doesn't look like Moselli's can be able to get that final knock on T-Boat. It looks like they're just gonna let him die. But Mold is gonna say, "Here, hold my dog bullets." And now G needs to be careful, as Happy Endings has them in their sights, and we're down to a 2v2, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Mold and G versus Fingers and Black. Happy Ending versus Main. The team starting to come together. Flying out. Fingers getting Mold down to 22, but G making Fingers pay for that as the util goes in. Black, not sure what he's going to do here. He's going to start moving left and right, but it's not going to matter, as the mobile red zone of G comes through, and 15 kills. 15 kills in the first place finish is going to skyrocket top 5 here, but a fantastic game.
13 kills for HE too.
Yeah, fantastic game by HE, as they get 13 plus that second place finish, so that'll give them 21 there. So they'll be launched into second place, if or third, at least top 5. But as we look at the rest of these numbers, we can see, 4 or 5 kills throughout a couple teams, which is good, but just an absolutely dominant performance by Happy Ending and Main Gaming. So we will pick this up as we go for game 3 shortly, but we will see you soon.
See the light in darkness. Devil in a red dress, call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang bang, got my hand on the trigger. The devil in a red dress, call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang bang, got my hand, bang, got my hand, bang, got my hand. Call all. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand on the trigger. The devil in a red dress. Call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand, bang, got my hand. Call
Welcome back. What a game. 2. We can see the boards have updated, jumping 11 spots into first place, Main Gaming. But not to be outdone, Invictus only 1 spot behind. Happy Endings also jumping up into third place, as we expect, a top 5 placement. They have 20 points. Skill over luck dropping a couple places, but they still are in the hunt. They are only 9 points behind first place. Results may vary. In 5th place, jumping up 2 spots with 15 points, and New Era with 15 points as well in 6th, and Most Valuable Players, they dropped a couple of spots, but they have 14 points. Now, a lot of teams still in the hunt to have these wonderful games. We just started Forgive me, my cat is right here. He has decided that he wants to be pet. You can see, yep, there he is. Thank you for that, buddy. As we head into game 3, we have another Erangel coming at us. Let's head over to the captain to hear about the flight path.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Super Slayer League for Airlines. We've got Captain Crabber TV and Captain Virgo joining us. As usual, the flight path, as you can see, was from west to east, north to south. Teams will be flying into their predetermined drop spots as they usually do. We've got a nice sunny Erangel today for them. Clear weather, no fog. We should have some wonderful fighting going on as teams look to make a name for itself in the third game of the day. In fact, we've got some fighting already going on, so we hope you will remain seated at this time until the captain turns on the seatbelt sign. Until then, have a safe flight.
K7 wanting some points early after a couple tough games here.
Yeah, they absolutely did. They really wanted to make it known that, you know, we haven't had the best start, but we are certainly here to make a name for ourselves. We've got more fighting down below as we get transported into the water. Frazzo escaping.
Frazzo took the Doc's boat.
What
Ooh, that's naughty.
what a little cheeky move that was.
Cheeky.
Cat, if you don't...
It was a very tough flight path, so I'm not surprised we see a lot of craziness early here.
Okay, the cat has been neutralized. So we can see it's a nice little
Millie zone.
it's a nice little millie zone. You know, one thing that we don't see often, which I wish we did see more of, is a bridge block. Now, as we all know, they kind of ruined those. They introduced the EPUs, which we love. We love a good yeet bag, but we also loved a good
Bridge
camp. But you know, we'll be right back as our game just crashed.
See the light in the darkness. Devil in a red dress. Call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand on the trigger. The devil in a red.
Alrighty, so we are back. As you can see, fully automatic and Platinum 7 still together over here. We can see the first care package is dropping. Dub Hub gonna be first dibs to that. But you know, going back to what I was saying, you know, no one is really blocking the bridge. We've got Invictus. All right, Ghosts. We've got Invictus at the bridge zone, but not gonna really see much. as Fully Automatic and Platinum 7 start really getting into it. The shots are flying as Izzy's just decimating everybody, and now it's Zinc versus Izzy, short name versus short name. They both see each other. The stuns are going to be out. He's going to be going left now. He's back right. He's able to drop him with that barrel and the help from OG Montu. They've got 3 players still on their team, but now it's soon to be 2 as Izzy's going to take him out. But it's, oh, I lied, as OG Montu is gonna be able to save his teammate's life. So that's something to note, ladies and gentlemen. While it's a good strategy to secure your kills, there's a time and there's a place, and you've got to be cognizant of what is around you and the people that are still looking at you.
Yeah. I wonder how long FA and them, I wonder how long they're going to fight for Novo. I got to give it to them. They've been fighting for it. I mean,
I don't think they're ever going to stop. I think this is going to be a feud that leads into their children, and I think their children's children. So, but as we start to see the rotations by the rest, what happened?
I think Space knocked himself getting on the ferry or something. He was getting res.
That's
I think.
All right, Cat, enough. Come here, big boy. You're done. You're done. You've had death privileges revoked. You're done. Alrighty, we're back. We can breathe. The most scuff type having a very difficult first couple games. We just saw them get eliminated while going for the boat to go onto the land, as Schmillen, his team continuing a strong day. So well, you know, we're gonna keep an eye on them as they keep progressing further and further. You know, game 3 here, 2 games left. We go to Miramar for the final 2 games. I hear shooting as K7 again, even though this isn't their normal rotation style. We usually see them rotate with vehicles, which that's where I'm guessing that they're going towards. Getting damaged on their rotations as Main Gaming just laying it down. So they will escape scot-free. No one's going to be damaged here. But as we watch the rest of these rotations come in, it'll be interesting to see who's going to make it in unscathed and who's going to perish.
Yeah, most of the boats are gone at this point. So if they're in a car, that means they don't have an EP. And
Bridge block.
stake the bridge.
Bridge block.
I'm hoping we get to see a bridge block from Invictus here. And then Heedy on the other side, maybe.
Yeah, and
We see a boat coming in on the far left of the island as well. Can't see who that is.
it's LMG is at the very bottom left.
Bottom left. There we go.
I don't know if K7 knows that WAG has snuck up on them. Surely they're hearing the footsteps, but WAG has infiltrated this compound where two members of K7 are just hanging out. We can
he's looting, right? Looks like.
Yeah, they are looting and zooting. Let's see what Augustus can see. Not really that much.
Out the window.
But Leo Ray, he is a man that I've come across.
Let's get a free one.
Yeah, I've come across him a couple times. No, he just does not. Every time he oh, there it is. Now he knows. But he also knows that gone in. Now Augustus is in a terrible situation as we also just see that Havs just gets a double roadkill there. He sees on the roof. He starts taking shots with that the shots from Leo Ray from across the way. Leo Ray now has SKS, and both of them trading a little. Wag Chalupa getting involved. Not my favorite. He throws the fire on the stairs, but it's not going to matter. Sussex and Anto P are victims to the Chalupa as Gavs decides to get involved now. And now we see LMG on the backside. The car makes a name for himself as he takes out Hardy and Chalupa. So he's getting his Taco Bell value menu going. And that's just it. Wag had the drop on K7, but now LMG has the drop on Wag. Leo Ray, the only one on his team still alive. Let's get his perspective real quick, as he's going to be starting to fight inside. He also has to worry about across the way too, as LMG has started to just take over this compound. It looks like Kizza gonna play hero here, as he's gonna revive one of the members of K7, and then Gab gets a couple shots on Karm, but it's not gonna be enough. So we've got a nice little 2v1 fight with Leo Ray on the second floor. The smokes are gonna come down. K7 taking aim, trying to make for the win a shish kebab, but it's,
Sam just got killed out of a glider.
I've never seen that before, and I'm gonna have to ask him about it after this game, because that is a new one for us. I've never seen that. The stuns are going in from both teams. Everybody is blind here. I don't know how, but he finds Sawinski to get the knock, but he's not able to get the kill as Clutch comes in clutch, true to his name. Now Kizza, Gav, and Antopat are going to be Karm able to take down Antopat, able to get that kill, but Gav's gonna be able to take down for the win here. He's gonna be not gonna be able to get the finishing touch. His very best, which is, it's a bold move to try and get these thirsts while you're actively getting shot at by 3 different areas. The grenades can go in perfectly on.
Wow.
It was just a stun. It was just a stun, but now Gab going around the back, Swansky hopping in the building, Clutch getting taken out by Kiz's AK. I don't know about you, but I love the AK. It's just always been there for me, and I haven't been a great friend for it, but it has always been a great friend for me. Picking it up, 2 attachments, ready to go. Absolutely love it. Swansky not gonna be able to get this heal, or not gonna be able to get the res off. It's a 2v1, Kizza versus Swansky. We don't really know how this is going to end, but we do need to just take a look at the map as the rest of the teams start coming in. And
yeah, what's going on by that bridge?
We have Invictus versus Suns. Gets knocked out by Evolution's barrel. He's got to get a quick heal as the grenades are coming in. Hawk to a girl. Back from crypto scamming everybody, looking to make a play as that comes in and he does not knock Evolution. Well, he does knock Evolution eventually, but now.
Oh my God! With the drive-by. The drive-by!
The drive-by headshot, but it's not meant to be the incredible play by him. Not able to, yeah, that was incredible. We're gonna
MVP's coming across the other bridge in blue too.
Yes, well, they're doing something in the other bridge.
On the other bridge, yeah.
Now, Swansky, back to this fight. Swansky is going to need to figure something out here as both teams need to get in. Looks like Kiza is holding while Gav is going to be able to loot. But they both need to start making their way into zone. They don't have much cover in front of them. One of them is going to die. Both of them might die. Or it might be Swansky. He's going to take his shield back. Here's the zone. I think Kiza knows that he's there. But they've got to move. This zone hurts more. I think they're going to take this car. If they were smart, they're going to. They're going to take both cars. And now Swansky is he's just got to hold and heal Gav. Not really sure what happened there, Gav, but that is quite impressive. But we can't stay any longer. I do believe that K7 is going to be able to get in the zone. As we take a quick look at the rest of the teams, we can see Halves now engaging with the boys of MVP, as they are all half health. So is Halves. But advantage goes to him, as not only does he have a nice care package coming in, but he's on the right side of zone, and he doesn't have to worry about the zone damage. But he was able to provide some great information to his team, as now Kiza just somehow barely hanging on thanks to those bandages. But now they're out of the
quick.
Yeah, they're out of the frying pan into the fire as they go right into skill over Lux reticles. We can see the shots coming. Now they're definitely letting themselves be known. But Kiza is saying, "We're here, but you're not going to be able to get much." I think Paulo Sam got ran over by the glider, and I think it was by himself. So that's why we saw what we saw. But we'll get confirmation after that. But until then, we're gonna be right back.
Call 911 on my killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, on my head, bang, on my head, bang, on my head.
We're back. Crazy Mob not having a great time right now as they're fighting potentially dangerous. Stern's got to be careful here as he's got still one member of Crazy Mob to his right. I don't think he knows that they're there, and he's going to be able to finish them off as Stern cleans up nicely the Crazy Mob crew. But they also, Nem gets a nice little spray on Kiza, and K7 still in the fire at the moment as they are trying to manage staying alive. Meanwhile, let's check in with the rest of these teams as Swansky not able to hold on for
he made it a lot longer than he should have.
Yeah, he did well, but New Era able to hold them off, and now potentially dangerous, making moves on Gav, but Gav saying, "Hang up, hold a minute. You're not getting me so easily." So he's going to try and get away. I don't know if his car has any gas in it. It does, so he'll try to get away, but Linkadox has the sights on him. The smokes will help momentarily, but skill over luck. And now moving in as Paulo Sam gets hit in the head. They're going to end up right next to Main Gaming, as Main Gaming and Dub Hub engaging with separate teams here, as DP having some trouble here, as K-Dub and the rest of Dub Hub coming at them. And there it is for results may vary. They were just up here fighting, as Hav's not going to be able to hang on. The smoke's not out quick enough, as Nem able to take him out. So now we have Main Gaming in a bad spot now, as G needs to start getting some smokes. Is that grenade going to be long enough? No, it is not. He's going to be able to get the smoke out, buy himself some time, but he's also very much just trapped at the moment. He's going to hide behind that giant missile silo coverage. Yeah. Which,
that's what I call it. That's my call out for it.
Yeah, fun fact, you can actually get on top of that and get a nice little angle on the apartments, as Ghost's gonna take out Mold here, and the rest of Main Gaming in a bit of a pickle. It's a 3v.
I was gonna say they should tighten up here. They had quite a bit of zone coverage, but G's got to make it.
Oh, Paulo Sam gonna take out G. Now they have to watch behind themselves. They did have Kidzos out in the open, and now, excuse me. There we go. Kidzos is gonna have Paulo Sam right in front of him. He's gonna look to make his way back, but he's also gonna have Ratuckle on top of him. But Nem providing some back shots towards the skill over luck boys, and Kidzos still needs to be careful. But it's two members of Main Gaming.
I'm not sure why
he ran over there.
Back.
It's a great question.
I'm not quite sure on that, but might be a question for the Discord leader.
Ooh. Main Gaming really just getting some luck here, as potentially dangerous is just going in on skill over luck. You can see the care package right outside for Marks, but he's not going to be able to do anything. He's got to be careful, because as you can see, we can see that Linkadox is right behind him with a Dragunov, and for these players who are a lot more skilled than all of us, their Dragunov shots actually hit and do damage to people, while ours just whiff. Don't know how that happens. Not a skill issue, definitely a PUBG issue, so no further comment on that. But as we see, potentially dangerous skill over luck, Main Gaming on the outskirts. Well, technically it's just potentially dangerous. That's on the outskirts here. As we see the zone, as I make it a little bit bigger, we can see Happy Endings coming in from the north side. They have fully automatic on the right side, and they still have to get through Dub Hub, which are in the police building. And you can see that one of the members of fully automatic has taken one member black of Happy Endings, so they'll be down to two members. They've got a nice little dip there, but everyone at this moment, you know, everything is
waiting for zone, basically.
Fantastic.
Oh, they're going
spot.
up top to the tower.
Fantastic spot.
There's
if you
two
can get
guys
up there.
Yeah.
But you have to
Once somebody
worry
sees them.
you have to worry about this angle right here, because that can see you. So, but now as we go over to the generals, who are fighting with potentially dangerous. Oh, they're gonna get them all there, but it's not gonna be enough. Serum stops the res, but it's not gonna matter, as he's gonna as Frax is gonna be able to get 2 kills here. The grenade is gonna go upstairs, And now T-Serm all on his own as he's got to fight off another member of the Generals, and Tacticals they need to do something here. He's not going to be able to get Tacticals up. They're both going to have to run in. Yep, you can see the heel getting put off. They're right next to each other. For the Generals, their game 3 is finished as T-Serm is going to be able to finish them off. But now T-Serm needs to get in, and he's got all of Dubhub looking at him. So I hope he's got 400 smokes on him, because as he heads out of the building very shortly, nope, he's just going to lie down. As Phase 7 zone has saved him quite a bit, we can see DP, Dangerous Potential, in the best spot at the moment. If you could say that, they are most centered. This fully automatic team, they could have where Dubhub Space Havoc is, but it looks like they're just gonna go to the left side tanks. Kidzo's taking out Skill Over Luck Mark, so they will start making their way inside. Little do they know that they have 2 members of NE waiting for them on the other side of that wall. I thought they were inside.
I just saw that.
And there you have it.
Looks like Boat finally got Serm there.
Boatman finishing off potentially Dangerous, so they'll get a nice 7th place finish with a couple of kills to go with that. I really like. I just want to see that come out. Ooh. Retuckle? Yeah, Retuckle.
Reticle.
Reticle. Oh,
Reticle.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, that makes
Arctic. He used to be Arctic. Reticle.
Makes a lot of sense.
I got you.
As he starts spraying some of the members of Dubhub, takes out Wagon. We've got 2 members of NE still up. They are the strongest team at the moment due to numbers. But numbers don't always mean everything, as one person can change the...
They got 2 in the tower and 2 hiding on that wall, I think.
Yeah. As, what a... we just talk about this real quick. The Rocket and the MK.
If everybody in this lobby, it's Kidzo. It's Kid who would have the Panzer.
Absolutely incredible. Kudos to him.
He's waiting for someone to come to
He really does. He needs to be careful though, because well, he's gonna get some fresh gear here, but he has to be careful because there are 2 members of NE just up and down. We can just see they're just waiting. Not sure why none of them have looked. But the zone has come in yet again. They've got 52 seconds to get to the next zone. We can see that the 2 members of Dangerous Potential are still in quite a good spot, quite protected. Silver Luck needs to get in as they start taking shots towards Dubhub. As we see XM needs to get a nice little heal off. Are we going to see just an absolute drop?
Does it pick up the DBS? Is that what that is?
Please tell me he dropped his MK. Please tell me he dropped his MK. He did not.
He did not. Okay.
But if it's a gun to have in the situation, I think that would be it. But I think if
he has no idea that they're above him. Though.
He has exactly. He has no idea, and unfortunately for New Era, they have to move. So I think with them throwing smokes, it might alert Main that they are outside.
Yeah, they're gonna wait.
Kidzo's opened that door and quickly closed it. Now his DBS is going to come into play as Benormous and Pures are going to throw the smokes down. We can see the backside push by T-Boat. That's potentially coming. Oh, Kidzo throws the gas can. It's not to be. I think they're just gonna go inside and hug that, so there won't really be anything. So we'll check at this fully automatic fight at the
FA's
moment.
getting up.
Yeah, but they're also looking at the 2 members of New Era that are coming in, and unfortunate for OG as he had to reload, and they're gonna provide an opportunity for New Era or for Main Gaming to be able to come in. All of this is just not going well for New Era, as in goes a perfect and absolutely perfect blue zone grenade, and now coupled with the other blue zone, New Era's strategy of, I don't even know what the strategy was there.
Hurry up and wait.
Yeah, just ends in disaster for them, as K-Dub and Space Havoc and Boatman, they have full control of the outside here, as Ghost is going to be fighting with, well, they're going to be looking outside towards Boatman, and they're going to get that knock, but they have to be mindful of who's inside with them. This is
They block the door with the bike, so they can't get in there.
Great strategy there.
Yeah.
Skill over luck, meanwhile, is fighting with the members of Main Gaming. Reticle needs to be careful as Boatman and K-Dub both go down. We can see well, we were going to see with Ghost going to be able to get another knock there. OG Mento just really milking that med bag. I can't think of what it's called. But Main Gaming tries to go inside, and they're not able to get the push they were looking for. Is there someone in here? Yes, T-Boat. All that remains for Main. He's gonna make it, and it's not gonna matter.
Oh, wow.
As the most incredible headshot I've seen with a shotgun happen goes through. I have done the same exact thing, folks, before, and I've literally had my barrel going through the mouth and out the butt, and that has not helped me at all. But here we see Hawk 2 no play whatsoever as Reticle knocks his teammate for fun, but Dangerous Potential gonna die to zone as Team 6, skill over luck, going to get the finish here. And let's take a look at these stats. Not bad. Pretty overall.
10 kills for FA.
Yeah, pretty good game for everybody here, as notably potentially Dangerous with 11 kills. Fully automatic with 10 kills, Happy Endings with 6, Dangerous Potential with 8 plus a second place finish. So not the ideal first place finish for Main here, but a third place plus 6 kills, still good enough to get it
Keeps
done.
them where they need.
Gonna keep them in first place, but we'll find out more when we come back for game 4.
To confess, bang bang, got my hand on the trigger. The devil in a red dress. Call 911, I'm a killer. You know I need to confess. Bang bang, got my hand. Call Devil in a red dress. Call 911.
Live. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. What a game 3. What a game 3. Can't believe it. Here's your updated board. We can see main gaming as expected. Still at the very top. Skill over luck jumping 2 places into second place. Invictus holding on to third. Didn't get many points that game. I think they got maybe 1 or 2. But they're going to be able to hold on to that top 3. We have happy endings also dropping. Fully automatic though, jumping up 4 places. Dangerous potential jumping up 6 places, and potentially dangerous jumping up 1 spot. All of these teams, we'll also mention New Era because they're basically in the 20-point range. All these teams still within, 1 win plus 8 kill range of each other. That's assuming if main gaming doesn't, of course, go off. But a lot of potential for this game 4, which we are in Erangel, and we are going to check the flight path with the captain.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Miramar. This is Captain BG with Crabber TV and Captain Virgo. We've got a nice flight path coming from the north to the south, slightly west to east. It's a beautiful day in Miramar as we head across the pond to EU servers. We've got our usual flight drop spots coming at you. If you look to your left, you'll see the Oasis, and to the right, Alcantara. And back to the right, you'll see El Pozo before going through to the left side of the great city of Los Leones. Now, every team has their dedicated drop spot, so we remind you that while we first circle action isn't usual, we still may see some. But we hope you enjoyed this flight of Miramar and this game. But until the captain removes the seatbelt button, we hope you remain seated at this time. Thank you.
All right, Virgo, what do we where are we dropping with this flight path if you had this opportunity? Yeah, me too. That's also where I'm dropping. For me personally, it'd be in water treatment. I guess Virgo's not quite back yet, but that's okay. She will join us back when she gets the opportunity. But until then, this is my preferred spot. But let's check out what's going on up at the abandoned plane. What used to be the abandoned plane, as Gifts is running in circles around Evolutions, and Frazo needing to make a quick getaway towards anything as he has 0 health at the moment. Ooh, yes, he did spot him. But he's just going to let him run as he runs towards him. He has to be careful because Batista is behind him and he's going to have guns, but the rest of his teammates are showing up as well. Gifts has no armor at the moment though. So a quick loot by Evolutions and Frazo here. And then they will be on their way. Meanwhile, let's take a look at this zone. We've got a northwest zone coming at you, with the center being in El Pozo. Shout out to this boxing rink where Example is. That's the best place in that town. Don't at me, don't fight me. You know I'm right. It's okay to be wrong. But we'll kind of take this map for what it is and just watch the rotations, and as somebody starts to make a move, we'll gather the action for you. First, oh, Frax needs to be a little bit careful here. He already has one wheel out. Also already has 29 health taken from him. He's trying to hold on to that vehicle, and it looks like he'll do just that as he escapes over the ridge. But the shots are coming in. He's one unlucky shot for him could lead to death. Not really sure where his teammate is going, as Snipus is just going into the fray of those shots. Is he looking to do a drive-by? No, he's just going to keep on going. Oh, that's because there's a second person in there. That's why. None of the shots for New Era is going to stick. I kind of want to see what example got over here. Oh, you got it from us. Just stole it from Invictus. So now he's gonna head back out through the channel of the Bang Bus and make his way in. As we take another gander at the rotations by all these teams during phase one, we'll not expecting a lot of action. We're gonna seems that New Era just has a whole lot of action coming their way. Not really sure if it's just because it's such a central spot and people want it, but it seems to be happening.
Alright, I am back.
Ah, she's back. She's back. Were they chicken nuggets or dino nuggets? Big question. As P. Fabi taking out Ranger, and then Pure is going to take... Well, Pure is going to steal it. Snipe is going to knock Radard, and he looks like he's going to be able to get the kill as well, thanks to some help from the New Eras boys. Now, the MVP team, they need to start worrying about getting better placement, as they are already down 2 members of their team. And speaking of 2 members, it looks like Team 15 only has 3 members. Only 3 members. Maybe the game crashed, maybe it didn't. Who knows? But they gotta be careful, as one of their members starts taking shots from a great place. Sounds like Dragunov from the members of MVP, but now I believe this is I can't think of what it is. Oh, it's most scuff types. They got to be careful because New Era is right next to them. Oh my lord.
Oh wow, three E-drops coming in right over Pozo.
Right over skill over luck.
Monty's
Crazy
just like the
mode.
Monty's crazy too. And then we go.
Exact situation that I was trying to warn them about. But obviously they won't be able to
Got
hear
walked
me.
on.
And just not the performance that most scuff types were expecting, as they are out early. 2 members of MVP still looking, and Frax looking to do something as well, but he gets spotted by Ivy Knox. So Let's see if any shots start flying over there while we take a look at the rest of this map. Ooh, we got a chase, ladies and gentlemen, as Chalupa getting chased down by Ghost. No, it looks like they're just going to continue through. No harm, no foul, as I would say. Obviously, these players are going to feel a little bit different, but we can see these rotations coming through. Ooh, unfortunate landing spot for no. I believe they've been here, so I guess Crazy landed on them. But they're really taking over this northeast or northwest corner of northeast corner of Pozo, as Reticle has a 2v1 in front of him, and Paulo Sam and Example have 2 players in front of them. So a split fight. Let's see if Crazy Schmill is going to be able to get anything here. It doesn't really look like it. So now we get back. Main Gaming has decided to enter the fray as they get the building that is currently occupying 2 members of Skill Over Luck. Wreck Crazy, as you can see on that far building, has a chance to get a couple knocks. The grenade's going to go in. It's going to knock G. Reticle going to throw another grenade. Not really sure if it's going to be good. No, neither. They're going. Oh, I take that back. Reticle somehow gets mold with that grenade, and Main Gaming down to 1 member up top, and Reticle able to finish off G. Somehow doesn't get T-Boat. The unfortunate grenade there, and we didn't see it, but Fully Automatic has flown into the very top of that ridge, so they're going to get a nice rock control, and it's going to be a problem for Main Gaming as oh, never mind, I lied. They are free to control the top of that building. All right, we still have the most amount of action right in this area, folks. We can see Kinetic 7 making their way in, as well as Dub Hub going to the left. It seems like we're just gonna have some well, unless Reticle gets knocked, there's not gonna be really any meaningful knocks, but it looks like Bliv trying to make his way into it's a Bliv, and I can't see who it is, sandwich towards Reticle, and it's a 1v2, but his teammates are still trying to help him out as best as he can. Worst time to move out to the left. Same thing with Paulo Sam. Now there's 2 members. The stun grenade's gonna go up and in. I'm not sure if that has ever actually helped anybody turning away. We like to think the grenade coming in from Schmill, that should end it, and they are going to have a nice little FAMAS. Meanwhile, the 2 members of Main Gaming on top of that still.
I'm not sure if Bliv or Schmiller, I just played that really well.
Yeah, they had a great 2v1 on Reticle inside that bread box, or not the bread box, but the warehouse, and that's what a time! And taking down Ligadox as he makes the unfortunate. Yeah, no.
Oh wait,
Nem's
no, Nem's
still alive. The unfortunate mistake of running out. I don't think Nem. Oh, Nem does know. Benenz doesn't know that a grenade was coming at him. Instead, he's going to find the tail end of that. And I'm not sure what Como is doing. He's healing, and he's playing that perfectly, folks. That's what he's doing. Playing that perfectly, getting rid of Nem, baiting him in, really just
That's part of being a
200.
good player is knowing if you have the time to heal or you have to push.
Yeah.
Your teammates tell you he's hurt, then
Oh,
you push fast.
and there we go. First crash of Miramar. We'll be right back.
You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand on the trigger. The devil in a red dress. Call 911 on my killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand, bang, got my hand. Call
Alrighty, we are back. As we can see, so we head over here where LMG is fighting HE. Three members of HE, or two members of HE are down. We see the grenade coming in from HVs towards everyone else. Swansky able to get away, but Carm not gonna be able to be helped there as Decorino gets picked up by Fingers. These two he did not see that Decorino got picked up, and just like that, LMG with the advantage over Happy Endings, not able to get it done, and just not the performance they were looking for. Not sure what they're going to need to change up for game 5, day 2, 3, and day 2 and 3, but they need to get something else going, as it seems like the second or the fourth game in a row where they're putting up a donut.
Yeah, I think LMG is they're not really a newer team anymore. I think they've come into the scene the last like 6 months, and they've worked really hard. Like I'll say that, to compete, and they're able to play a lot better. That's for sure.
Meanwhile, Kizos is just dismantling Schmillen, but Schmillen, the captain himself, coming through, able to save.
Oh my guys.
Able to save one member, but two of them, or one member of Schmillen's team, not able to make it. So it'll be a 2v2 between Crazy Mob and Main Gaming. But this is basically your zone right here, ladies and gentlemen. As we get the full map, we can still see. Oh, what is going on over here? We can see the WAG. They've been making some plays, but they've also been making some plays that are, I would say, quite questionable. So now Vipek's gonna have to go inside, but let's find your boys in Dub Hub. They're over here as Wagon went down to a member of Platinum 7, I believe. So they've got a multi-dimensional fighting both Dangerous Potential, Platinum 7, and Results May Vary.
And they're playing split, of course.
Of course. Oh, Benormous knocks himself? Not sure how that's possible, but as expected, Vipex gets eliminated by Results May Vary. That's how Benormous knocked himself. But now,
Was that K7 coming over?
K7 is indeed coming over the hill. They've got the outside at the moment. Who else? We got Results May Vary in this big building. No one's occupying this 5 stack or the roof of this apartment, which is It's, you know, it's a little surprising. Most people don't know is you can climb up the sides of these buildings and then control the roof. I can understand why
It'd
they
be a
aren't.
safe climb right now, yeah.
It would definitely not be, so you would have to have done it early on or went into
Land
it.
there, I guess.
But meanwhile, Schmillen not able to hold it down from Main Gaming as G and T-Boat avenge their teammates. And a couple extracurriculars from G there. FAOG has some new friends about him. He knows that they're there. He's wondering if they're coming down. New Era is occupying the building, occupying the roof of the 5-stack. But so far, we've pretty much got a stalemate as it's all just building play at the moment.
Yeah, Pozo's a interesting end. Everybody's got a spot. As it gets smaller, we've already seen, as we can see with FA, we're gonna play the same buildings, and it'll be interesting. It's always interesting, right, to see like how people play out their buildings. Hey.
Oh, a little interesting development here as T-Boat gets thirsted by Ivy Knox. So now it's all up to G to anchor and get within the top 10. Ghost Hunt gets knocked by Invictus here, and you know your boys Boatman getting knocked. But oh, there it is. There's the play that I was thinking of. You just hit a nice little yump over onto that, and you cover that top. K-Dub knocking Emir slaps. The worst part about all this is essentially this is just an armor fight, as I, you know, time and time again say. There's not really going to be much in terms of you know, thirsting or something like that. You can catch someone out as Zinc gets knocked by a member of Invictus and then thirsted. There's really not many opportunities to thirst. Obviously, I'm, you know, eating my words as two thirsts just happened, but you know,
That's what nades are for.
Yeah.
You know, they play an important role in thirst, or even just backing off. If you need to get a res, you throw a nade and you get that extra 3 seconds that you need.
yeah, and you know, once again, the K7 in shambles when it comes to rotations today. This is
They're really struggling.
third game that they have struggled rotating into zone. Not sure if, you know, they're going to learn that they need to move slightly faster, or if they simply are just getting unlucky. But they're down to 2 members yet again, and it's the same 2 yet again that are alive, as, you know, Gav and Kizza both perished on the rotations. We're gonna stick with Boatman for a second. You know, everyone's still so far away. We'll cycle around his teammate. Ooh, K-Dub gets just absolutely roasted there with his head. Boatman's gonna have to. Someone's gonna have to do a revive on him. Wanted to see a couple of shots from Boatman. I have come to learn that he's one of the best bolties in the tournament.
Won the award. Yeah.
So
Best Bolty. What year was that? 2021? It was when we did LAN. He's voted Best Bolty. He's good to watch for sure.
I was not around then. Maybe one day I'll get to partake in a LAN, but the shots I've seen this man do are just phenomenal. And it's certainly someone that I would love to have. Yep, there it is.
There we go.
It's just someone that I would love to have on my team bolting, knowing that I have someone far away from me. You know,
Covering.
yeah, exactly. I can go in, do what I need to, and I can have somebody on the outside as all these smoke smokes going in as Wagon does his best to help Havoc, but not meant to be, as a whole arsenal of
I'm not quite sure.
I don't know why they needed to.
Why?
Oh, they were just out of zone inside of here. So now K-Dub is down, or K-Dub is the last hope for Spaceman, but you can see all of the smokes they're throwing down. They're all dissipating. They need to keep moving forward. They need to get to this 5-stack, and it looks like they're going to be able to, and they chose the right way to get inside, so they'll be able to survive and live on for another fight. We can see that New Era J not doing anything. OG Muntu picking up recoil when he gets the chance, but not really. You know, it's hard to.
Just a lot of damage farming.
Yeah.
Looks like
it's difficult to get the first person perspective here of these players as well. By the way, because it's just, you know, we'll do what we can, but it's just. With so much going on all around, we're bound to miss something.
K7.
Yeah, K7 not able to hold on. Happy endings, getting that happy ending for at least that fight. As more is going to go on, we can see Jay still chilling at the very top. G with the 4.
G?
Is that a 4X? It is a 4X.
4X S2O? Is that what that is?
That is absolutely incredible. I love that for you. You're doing great. You're my hero, G.
Oh, come on, man. This is crazy. Where's he going? The roof?
Yeah. No, he's just hanging out on that balcony while Ivy Knox is sitting inside there and losing his mind.
Sparky's out. So I think Jen's down to 2.
Yeah, not only that, H.E. Decorino has been knocked yet again, so the quick res needs to be done. They need to take it looks like they might need to take a vehicle for the next rotation. Hawk Tua just has his Hawkeyes on, and he's hoping to catch anybody out in the open and start shooting at them. We can see the zone has come in yet again. It is in this area. Gen Baby and Gen Fraxer still in. New Era J still in. Fully Automatic in. Invictus in. Everyone else minus Results May Vary out. So we're going to have a nice little fight that goes on right here. We're going to have some nice shots going on towards the HE boys as they start coming in. In fact, we'll follow Hawk Tua as the smokes start going out for happy endings.
Schmelin takes out Kidzo. Oh no, that was
a long time ago. Alright, we can start to see everyone starting to move in. Happy endings still not in the zone. These two boys over here in but out. I'm very interested to see what's going to happen as Platinum 7 starts encroaching on the territory of Results May Vary. They can see shots. They start going towards each other. Showing the way of Results May Vary. They have control of this family-owned motel. Yeah, the family-owned motel, and suddenly they're getting invaded by people that they don't know, they've never seen before. Cody needs to do something here. Instead, found himself trapped here. He was able to knock one. Over the shoulder, or the hip fire aim. Oh, the shot out. But Amir not able to capitalize on it. He pulls it out. He gets another knock.
no way.
Second knock. Ammo though. The ammo situation is
Wow, what a
costs him
good
there.
fight by Koyo.
But Koyo just laying it down and really just letting people know, don't ever push me. The only reason why I lost that fight was because I was out of ammo, not because you were better.
Yeah.
do it to him. Nope, not gonna matter. As
I can't wait till I get a cap card so I can start clipping certain things like during the match.
Oh, that'd be so nice.
Right?
Well,
Some of the stuff these guys do is incredible.
we'll be able to clip that. Go back and clip it. Ghost gonna be able to get both of his team members up, although not really sure
Where they're gonna go.
Oh no, he was not able to get both of them up. He was only able to get up one of them as something happened to disturb that. But Jay getting hit by happy endings here. They know that he's up here. They know he's on the right side of that. They don't have, well, at least Halves doesn't have any utility. And now Jay, there it is. The grenade gonna go in by fingers. Is it going to be good? No, it is not. It needs to be right a little bit more, but Halves starts making his way over as G is able to take out Amir Slaps. That grenade's going to be good, or not.
No.
But it doesn't matter. Halves somehow able to get that angle on him. No.
G taken out. Is G taken?
No, G, yes. G not able to survive the onslaught. He does his best to provide his team with the best positioning. Let's see what's happening as Flash take out another member of Platinum 7. You can see Izzy outside looking in, hoping to catch them as they move out. Goalie's gonna get thirsted there. The fire comes in, but the shield is surprisingly protecting them there as Izzy, the last of his teammates, still alive as the final circle is upon us. This is the final zone. We've got 6 teams still alive. No one is, the middle of the zone is this light pole right here, basically. As Halves able to take out Ghost. So that's going to be another point for HE. They're doing excellent this game. Evolution's going to hit fingers, but it's not going to matter as Decorino and Halves are going to be able to move in. Gen Baby, Evolutions, aka part of Team Invictus, moving in now. Shot on maybe, I guess not. Batista gonna go down to a teammate that's above and has going in. Quite impressive. He's gonna fall down into the smokes. Gonna get shot through it by Frazo. The blue zone's gonna hold him off, but that grenade is not a boom grenade, so it's gonna save their life. So now we see OG Mentu coming in, Gen P Baby and Frax trying to smoke their way into the middle, healing up as best they can. We're down to 3 teams. We're down to 5 players, or 4 teams, 5 players. And this is what it's gonna be like. The grenades are flying in, the smokes are about to fly. P Baby somehow survives that. OG Mentu not able to capitalize on both of them. He needs to get to the roof while he can. Oh, he has no red dot, so he's taken off his 4x scope altogether. He's going to have an opportunity to take out the rest of these teams from above, so long as they aren't directly below him, or P-Faby says otherwise. So now it's a 1v1v1. The stun's going in. The left side is Halves and Franco coming together to
I guess
take down P-Faby, but
Let's
P-Faby
go,
has plans of his own and takes them both
wow.
out.
12 kills for Jen. GG's.
As the Generals come up big with 12 kills in the first place. Who saw that coming? Certainly not me. I had hope, though. Don't let him tell you otherwise. But nobody. I was not expecting that that finish there. The way that Halves was playing that, I really thought he was going to come out on top. But that stun grenade by Faby is what saved his life there. Wow. Alrighty. So, quick look at the board. You know, a couple 5 kill games, or a couple 5 kills for some teams. You know, a 6er for Team 19 and Team 4. Team 2 getting 8 Invictus. Team 5 happy endings, 12 kills here. But it's Team 8 with 9 kills in a first place dub. And it all comes down to this final game of the day to wrap up, the first day. We still have 2 days, don't worry. But we will be back shortly for the final match of the day.
In a red dress, call 911 on my killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand on the trigger. The devil in a red dress, call 911 on my killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand, call devil in a red dress. Call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand on the trigger. The devil in a red dress. Call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand. Call devil in a red dress. Call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand on the trigger. The devil in a red dress. Call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand, bang, got my hand. Call
Wow. Game 4, doozy. Can't believe it. Look at that. Got some changes. Big changes with the scoreboard. Let's break that down real quick. Main Gaming, first place still, but now they're tied. So technically, there's also a first place, but according to the Twire, happy endings, they didn't get as many placement points, so they aren't technically first place. So Main Gaming still has control of first place over that. But Happy Ending moves into second place with 43 points, so that's tying first. Invictus moving back up into third place. They have 40 points. Fully Automatic jumping up another spot with 34. Skill Over Luck dropping 3 spots with 32 points. And the Generals with 31. Dangerous Potential, they dropped a spot. They got 29. New Era with 25, and Potentially Dangerous dropping 2 spots to 23. And then to round out the top 10, Results May Vary with 20. And that is the last of the teams that have hit the 20 mark. Quickly, just going to touch the bottom 3. Platinum 7 Gaming. Not really ever seen them be strong, but I expect some good stuff from them usually. Very shocking performance from LMG right now. And most scuffed types, truthfully, just they need to be better. They got to be better. I was expecting a lot from them. You're coming in, you're playing the best. Got to be the best. We're not seeing that. And notable disappointments for the day: Kinetic 7 and DubHub. I expect to have more points than 14, but K7 with not even cracking double digits at the moment is a little concerning. But again, there's still this last game, as well as 2 other days. So they have 11 more games to get it together and bring it back. But without further ado, let's get ready for the final game with the captain.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in. As you can see, the flight path has gone from west to east, slightly south to north. Teams have already finished their drops for the most part. We can see a couple of shootings out of the sky, but don't you worry, as my team will fly everybody into where they need to be. But we hope you enjoy your day and enjoyed your flights as we came into Miramar for the final time today. From everybody here at BG Airlines, we hope you have a great one, and please remain seated until the captains turn off the seatbelt sign. Thank you.
Virgo,
Yes, sir.
how we feeling? What are we thinking? What's gotta happen
Man.
for these teams? What's gotta happen for these lower place teams to get first place for this final game?
I mean, the top 5 is a tight spread, so that's, I mean, there's 10 points difference between first and fifth place right now. So they're going to be, I feel like, going harder for kills. I feel like these lower place teams need to go for placement first and let the kills come to them, right? You need to make sure you're in a good spot, rotate early, try and stay 4 up. You know, we see a lot of broken teams after phase 3, phase 4 right now. So I think like doing those things, let the kills come to you, go for the placement point.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think you've gotta. It's, you know, stereotypical. You gotta really just incorporate everything in here. Like you gotta take your time, but be aggressive. You gotta let it come to you. We gotta have this explosive rocket kill from halves, and you really just gotta, you know, it's play patient, play aggressive, but be aggressive.
Yeah, put yourself in the better position and do that earlier than another team.
Yeah,
you know,
you gotta know when to rotate. You gotta know when to push. You've gotta take the chances that you normally wouldn't, especially for these lower teams. So it's we've got an interesting final day. Yet again, nobody in the north.
No.
I understand the
very
flight path.
stealth.
Yeah, flight path didn't exactly get to where everyone
SOL
needed to be.
rotating early.
Yep.
Early. Looks like Benny is too. Is that HE?
Oh, a nice
Double
double drop.
pack.
A nice double drop. As we got some more fighting between HE and Wag over here. Wag Chalupa said his name quite a lot tonight. Not just because it's a great name to say, and it makes me think of Taco Bell, but
Everybody loves it. Chalupa.
yeah. He's been in the spots his teams needed him to be. He's done the most for his team, and you just gotta appreciate that out of a good player. What did you guys not pick up?
No, yeah, I was gonna say it had to have been an EVS. Where'd they loot? They left the 3-bag too. They are rotating right towards.
Um,
Unlucky.
as they hit that corner there, and Nem just takes advantage and bops them both out, and nice little loot delivery for potentially
They
dangerous.
only got the 1 pack. I don't think this one.
That's
has
my
been taken.
favorite
No.
pack right there.
Really? You like the MG3,
Oh,
huh?
I love the MG3. Just give me
You lay down?
75 rounds of.
Ooh.
Oh, there's the end of
HE,
Wag.
big swig.
Yeah, give me 75 rounds at 990 bullets per minute. I'm
Boatman likes that one.
very happy boy. Very happy crab.
I will say, I have seen people who run the MG3 take an entire 4-man out of a car
Oh, it's-
without another teammate hitting it. It's a
fantastic.
ripper. Yeah.
Give me a 2x.
It's like the Saw in Sevens.
Yeah. It is. It's exactly. It's the Saw with the fire rate of a FAMAS, and it's. What? Oh, NE, and oh. So NE went across the face of RMV there. Oh.
Crazy Mob's eliminated.
Crazy Mob, early elimination.
That's a bummer.
Meanwhile, NE, in their desperate attempt to get to where the old abandoned plane is, went across the face of Results May Vary, who, while they were fighting, had Dub Hub shooting at them and take one of their teammates out. So now they've got to rotate down and out into a new spot so that they're not surrounded by 3 teams.
Well, they're taking shots. The zone filled up pretty quick. It's pretty... Everybody's... Do we have anybody still out? We do have 1 team. 2, 3... What is
3.5.
Oh, HE fought though, so they probably just finished looting up.
Yeah, but they gotta get ready. They gotta get ready, they gotta get in. No one has gotten my gun yet. It's crap special.
Where is LMG going? Where? Maybe taking the far west road all the way up?
They're doing their best.
Yeah.
And for that, we appreciate them.
Yeah.
Alright, Platinum 7 looking to have a good game here. They are currently encroaching on potentially dangerous here, so we'll get Izzy's
got a heal.
Izzy got some damage. And now another chance for they hit a spike strip.
No, they're just spike strips.
Oh, now Ned's coming back. But another one has been dropped. Another player and is given a chance for Nem to come out. But Nem's got to be careful as Izzy is still up on the mountain. Nope, he's not up on the mountain. Izzy is down on the bottom of the mountain. And Wagon somehow is up top. How the fuck did Wagon get up here? Not really sure how that happened, but good for Wagon being a...
Probably a bicycle.
Mountain goat.
Like not a motorbike, but an actual bicycle.
So we can see the last of Platinum 7 trying to manage some sort of pointage for their team. He needs to get away. He has 6 teams alive that he needs to perish before he can do that.
Oh no, it looks like they're gonna go around.
LMG seems to be looting up a little bit more. Fully automatic, still looking to get into zone. Let's see what Stuns and Ghost have in store. For the 4 members of Invict, they're not going to have anything in store. In fact, they're taking their goods and they're going elsewhere. It's still one to monitor, so we'll kind of stay close. Just because, like, they are just that far away.
Yeah, and they're split too.
And we can see, oh, Amir might get a little packy wacky, but we can see this next zone not really too friendly for everybody, as these teams will start moving in. See just the absolute beamage from Skill Over Luck as they are looking to have a strong final performance of the day to help propel them back in the front.
Right into Koyo.
doesn't. I was gonna say it doesn't look like there's not really anything gonna happen, but
I thought for sure Koyo was just gonna lace them.
now Moselli looking to get some revenge on the team that shot him and his boy. How dare you? Instead, he'll take out. He'll try to take out a couple of tires, but instead we'll get a couple bullets to the face. So, hate to see that. Skill over luck having a good time so far. Where they are near center compound, basically, with only dangerous potential. Who the hell just shot a rocket? As dangerous potential only has the better one. And speaking of the devil, Hawk Tua gonna be able to knock Reticule again. Just an armor fight here, damage simulator, as these teams don't really have an opportunity to thirst the kill. But as we see the final rotations of these teams, you can see no one else is out of the zone. We can see Amir all by himself up here, just slowly stalking potentially dangerous, with LMG moving in. Happy Endings have made their stay in the mountains, and K7 split 3-1, trying to maximize their hits as one of their teammates goes down. When you can't see the other teams, you shoot their tires. Don't let escape happen. Shoot the tires. But as we can see, nothing else is to come. So the zone will shift yet again. Amir will be on the move with his... No, he doesn't have the MG3. I generally don't know who got the MG3 then. So we'll find out eventually as Amir, finds his spot on the hill momentarily. There's the MG3 as Bletch get it, but our game has crashed, ladies and gentlemen, so we'll be right back. Alrighty, we are back. The action is still flying. Let's provide you with the best opportunity, as Mold seems to be in a bad spot. Same thing with fully automatic recoil, as he gets knocked. So we're gonna start seeing fully automatic back off here, as they tend to their teammate. We can see Snipe is going down to Koyo, and the rest of the teams start preparing for the next zone shift. Not sure what's going on over here, but that's what's going on. A nice little revive. Anyway, Gifts still alive, still center circle, doing what he can for his team. G making a crazy flank on the most scuff types, so he'll have a nice interesting position. We can see all of K7 still together over yonder. Not sure what For the Win is doing over here, but I guess there must be a good deal on some bullets or something. Amir needs to be careful here. He's in a crab shack, but he's got two members of Potentially Dangerous right next to him, as well as K7 shooting over the hill. He also no longer has a vehicle, as Potentially Dangerous has now taken it. He's not in zone, so it's going to be quite an interesting rotation for him. And a bit of unfortunate luck here for Gifts, as the Invictus team is right over top of him. But yes, not only is G out, but so is T-Boat, as Skill Over Luck is going to knock them, as Kidzos and Mold are going to be getting a nice little warehouse for themselves for protection. But now Skill Over Luck needs to be a little bit careful not to extend out into a wide open area. They need to make sure that there's at least one piece of cover in between them and everyone else at this moment if they really want to capitalize on their position. You can see that they've got Invictus in front of them, they've got Happy Endings to their left, and just about the rest of the teams to their right. Sparkle is making a move up towards Acid Mary, so he's hoping to get a nice little kill, but Mozelli looks to be trying to help any way he can, but it looks like Acid Mary is just saying, don't come for me. We already are down one person, so don't even think about it. But interesting enough, Nem able to get a nice kill steal there. Sparkle almost going down to some well-placed mini shots, but it looks like the generals are going to be able to get to full health and get in. As we take a look for the rotations of the rest of these teams, we can see Amir just killed himself with a grenade. So good for him, I think. Or bad for him, I don't really know. Doesn't help his team whatsoever. Platinum 7, again, not getting the ending that he wants. And more unfortunate timings for Gifts. He might be able to take one with him here. It doesn't look like they
I hate that spot that they hide in.
I didn't even know this was here.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could even do this.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to know that he's there.
Yeah,
he sees his coat. They're just waiting, and now the grenade's gonna go in. There it is, and that's gonna be the end of it for Gifts. He's just gonna take it. So, a 15th place finish for New Era. Their day is done. So, but not a bad day for their the first time that I've seen them in. But not the ideal finish that they were looking for. However, doing what they can with the resources they got. Can't complain. Kidzos and Mold splitting teams here. As Boatman, not the finish he wanted for the day, as he gets knocked and finished by Kidzos. Do not tell me that it has happened again. It is certainly looking like it, as Paulo Sam finishes off Kidza. The rotations for K7 has just been brutal for them, as they time and time again they're just losing out on it. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, the MG3 starts
and LMG's on that ridge. Third party.
Not only are they on that ridge, but they're moving up. So Decorino is going to be fully surrounded by all teams everywhere, and he is going
He's gonna take care of that.
Yeah, he's gonna finish that off. And so now we've got a nice little K7 versus LMG battle. That Augustix was there, and he gets taken down to about 30, 40 health, but it's not gonna matter. She's gonna be able to get back into his team. He just gets inside, narrowly avoids getting. It does not matter as decides to be aggressive with it. And that's what we talked about early on, that these teams that are not doing so well need to do. They need to be aggressive with their pushes. As Clutch is going to be the last alive for his team, he's going to start running away, but it's not going to be enough as Antopap, Gav combined to take out LMG. So not the ideal start for LMG here. That's what I wanted. I wanted this fight between Invictus and the skill of the Luxuries. As they are still fighting, they have one teammate down. The zone's coming in. Oh, it stops just in time. Example upstairs still trying to survive, as we can see Dubhub in a bad spot. Ooh, Hawk 2 coming behind Reticle to get him. I want this guy. I want him with his shotgun. The Example is going to smoke outside and could take this time as the opportunity to move in. I don't think he knows that there's one more person in that room. Maybe he takes his chance now, and he does. He capitalizes on the heal. Not much of an opportunity there for the member for Batista there, as another grenade's going to go in, but it's not going to do much to Example. Meanwhile, results may vary, and Fully Automatic are going at it. We've got 3 teams here, so it's hard to break away from this, especially with the K7 boys getting involved or trying to get involved. But as you can see, with the zone coming in right now, this is where it's all going to finish. His Example is able to take out one, and then he's gonna die to Legend. But Invictus is not. Yeah, Invictus still in trouble. As you saw, they get finished here, and now Space Havoc and K-Dub have one member of main still alive that they need to take care of, and we can see that he's holding that corner very well, but it's not. They have no idea. They don't know where he is. They're thinking he's across. But
maybe.
Guess is as good as mine, but Dubhub needs to take this moment to do something, as Space Havoc has 2 members of Dangerous Potential moving in from his south north. I don't know what direction we're at right now, from his north, but this is it, folks. This is what we're looking at for the final zones. All the teams starting to make their way in. Who's going to make the vital mistake of overextending? Mold. He gets the initial knock on K-Dub, but not able to escape Space Havoc. Meanwhile, DP tried to make their way in, not able to get that third party. Instead, Spasticles getting knocked, and a free kill potentially for Space Havoc and K-Dub here, but doesn't look like it's to be, as potentially dangerous, and the generals are right next to each other, as no recoil gets absolutely beamed here. Don't even see where he is. There he is. Zinc looks like he's gonna be able to pick him up. The teams know that they have people right next to each other. We can see Fabi over in his own building, as well as MVP holding down those middle sections. K7 holding down the substation, trying to third party best they can. We see Augustus seems to have a beat on where Nem is, as well as T-Serve and Tacticals, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to capitalize on their position. But Phase 7 is here. We can see majority of the teams, I'd say about half the teams are in. But this is where the big fight is going to be. Koyo holding on for dear life as Zone's
He makes a push on Jen.
Yeah. Fabian gets knocked by and team as MVP and K7 join together to take care of the automatic. Koyo dies to Zone instead of giving somebody an opportunity to get a point off of him. Snipus is down. Let's see what Tack is going to do. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to do anything. Nem looking to do something. I don't know if he knows that Sparkle is anyway, and Sparkle is going to get the turn on Nem there, and just through the door. It's all going wrong for potentially dangerous, or was it going right? They run out. Oh, the zone is going to be over here, as well as K7. The smokes are going to go down. Is Tacticals going to just allow Zone to eat him instead of allowing K7 to get those points? Surely he needs to run out while he can. It just looks like he's going to die to Zone, which he is, and we're down to 3 teams on this final day. K7 finally making it into the top 3, doing what they do best now. Zone doesn't favor really anybody. Dub Hub in a good position, same thing with MVP. K7 just out. We'll watch K7 here as they get pieced up by K-Dub, but able to return the fire onto him. And these are your final 3 teams, folks. Sees Roger in his sight, not able to get his head, so they will just continue moving into zone. They have limited information, but again, they have more information than everybody else. I don't know if MVP knows that Dub Hub is next to them. They probably have an idea. They may not know it's Dub Hub, but they at least probably know that someone's next to them, as well as K7 moving in to their north. Antopop has the roof access at the moment, and down goes Space Havoc to some great shots by Ranger. But it won't be to be as K-Dub going to pick him up. MVP Coronado needs to make a decision now on whether or not he's going to move to Ranger, which it looks like he is. He's got a vector in his hands, which I don't know about you.
That's scary.
Pretty scary. It's pretty scary. The
Close
revive.
quarter combat, you
Yeah.
don't want to go against the SMG, that's for sure.
The revive is gonna happen, and there you go, folks. You can see on the mini map that's the final area, which is right there. That right there is the center of zone. So as these teams start making their way into each other, they're gonna start utilizing the smoke trails, the smoke systems to protect themselves as Space Havoc gets released by Gav. You can see that the dog is just really working right now, and they need to work quickly as the zone's coming in, and it's not waiting for anybody. We can see one member of MVP up in the windows. They've got the advantage here because of protection, but it looks like the zone, they have the advantage. Not sure how they're gonna continue to play this. The stuns are out, the grenades are over, and now gets the 1-2 combo on Dub Hub, and now we have K7 K7 versus MVP. Favor of K7 as they have the zone. And we're going to watch Gav's perspective here as more stuns start going in. He's going to try and get the angle. If he looks through there, he should see one. Yeah, he does. He sees one, and he doesn't know that the other one is just on the other side. Now he does, and he starts firing through it. Is he able to get the angle? No, he's not. K7 able to bring it back home and finally have that dominant game that they've been looking for. And boy, was it a good one for them. 12 kills. Plus the first place finish of 22 points. That will certainly help them. There's your final board of the day. It looks good. Well, for K7 it does. MVP had a great game. Same thing with Dub Hub and Potentially Dangerous. They all had great ones. Main Gaming gonna get they get 3 kills plus a 9th place finish, so about 4 points there. So they may still be in first place. They may not be. We'll find out next time when we return for the second day of the Super Slayer League. I hope everyone has a great rest of the day. Virgo, I hope you have a great rest of the day. And
You as well.
Be sure to join us next Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern Times for the final game. Have a great one, everybody. Peace.